What is happening, everybody? My name's BrightLife. This is my fancy suit. I've got a fancy new microphone because we got a big one for you today. I want to tell you why I think right now is the best time to return to Lord of the Rings Online or start a brand new character. Let's jump into it. Now, my personal journey with this game started way back 15 years ago. I played during Shadows of Angmar like many of you that are watching this probably did. I used to raid, PvMP, do all of those things, and I am so excited to tell you that Lord of the Rings Online is back. It is more popular than it's been in a long time. There's a lot of hype leading up to the next mini expansion called Before the Shadow. I made another video on all the details around that. You can go check out the link below in the description for that video, but it is the right time to return. If you've been wondering when the time is it time to jump in and take the plunge? It absolutely is. And I have a couple of reasons for you, okay? So number one, the hype is real and people are flooding into LOTRO, especially with the return of Rings of Power. Now, you can love the Rings of Power or absolutely hate it, but either way, it has created a lot of hype around Lord of the Rings in general. And Lord of the Rings Online is really experiencing a cool influx of players coming in right now. On my stream that I love to do each week for Lord of the Rings Online, we do a LOTRO show typically on Tuesdays and Thursdays, as well as in my YouTube comments. There have just been so many people that have said, hey, I watched Rings of Power, I loved it, / I hated it, whatever, and man, it is so cool to come and try this game out as a result. And so with that hype comes a lot of new characters, a lot of people leveling through the leveling experience, and so you're gonna have players to play with all the way through to max level in this game right now, and I think it's awesome. Not only that, but the community is really cool in this game. There's not only a lot of players returning, but the people are just really cool in general. I can't tell you how many times I've been helped as someone that even before I started streaming, people were just there to help. They love this game. I'm personally on Arkenstone, love that server, representing Arkenstone all day long, and please come play with us, by the way. We've got a great guild. But regardless of what you think about the TV show, lots of players are coming back or trying the game out because they just want to spend some more time in Middle-earth, and that is an awesome thing. All right, number two reason I think that you should return to this game right now is the game is now free completely through to Helm's Deep. That means that you get to visit the Shire, you get to visit Rivendell, you get to visit Helm's Deep, Rohan, all of those places completely for free. That's right, no VIP membership required to do that, $0 down, just go on, download the game, and jump into it. Now, of course, there are some really great quality of life improvements that come from buying the VIP version. I think it's like $15 a month. Things like writing skills sooner and all of those things, but it really is a great game just to jump into and spend time in Middle-earth with. It's kind of one of the best deals because the game world is so massive, it's so huge, and yet you can get it all completely for free. And I love that about this game. I love that this game allows you to try it up to all the way to level 95, which, by the way, I've been playing for like 6 months, 4 months, something like that. I'm level like 62, okay? Now I level like a snail, I would totally admit it, but there's a lot of free content here, and I think that's incredible. Now, hey, quick plug, not only can you get all the way to the Helm's Deep expansion for free, but I am also doing a huge giveaway next week on both Twitch and on my Twitter, where you're gonna be able to get every single expansion, XP boosters, and you'll be able to get the riding skill, a new horse, all of those things just by showing up to my stream. We're gonna have some giveaways. Be sure to check the link in the description for the details on that one. I would really love to see you there, and so you can get the whole game for free, essentially, which is crazy. Number three is the upcoming Before the Shadow expansion, which is going to bring a brand new levels 1 to 32 experience. We're going to have a brand new story arc with Boromir, and I think that being able to actually start this game and learn a little bit about your class, a little bit about how the game works before that mini expansion hits on November 9th would be a really smart thing. Now, you may be looking at me thinking, well, wait, isn't a levels 1 to 32 experience? Shouldn't I wait for that? And you certainly could, but I would actually recommend you actually play through the regular vanilla experience, that you get to actually go through the zones as they were intended to be gone through in the beginning, because I think that you're going to form a much bigger appreciation for the new zones that are coming out. Not only that, but a lot of veteran players are going to be playing through that levels 1 to 32 experience, and I think it would be really cool for you to be able to start now or start around now and then jump in with all the rest of the veteran players, because it's going to be a really cool way to experience the game. I think that there are going to be a lot of players playing through, and it's going to be a great time. Of course, we'll be streaming it as well, well, and you can join us on the Arkenstone server in the Bright Life Kinship when that comes out. I think that'll be awesome. All right, now number 4 reason I think you should jump in right now is this is truly the best way to experience Middle-earth. Okay, like this is one of those things that when I watch people come in and play this game, and when I first played it myself, I just was amazed by how massive this world is. The world has been basically almost completed as far as especially the casual Lord of the Rings fan would know. You can go all the way from the Shire to Mordor, and you can walk the whole dang thing, which is crazy. And that's a really cool thing, because if you want to experience and live in and kind of role play through Middle-earth, this is one of the best ways to do it. From Weathertop to Rivendell, from Helm's Deep to Mordor and beyond, it's just it's a fantastic game to experience Middle-earth within. Now, not only that, but for lore nerds like me, I mean, I've got the books and the swords and all that stuff. This is a great game lore-wise. This game pulls no punches when it comes to throwing some cool, deep lore references in there for the nerds like me. Now, the game is still very accessible for the casual fan. I know players and friends that have never read The Lord of the Rings, they've barely even watched the movies, that love this game for what it is. However, it is a really cool game for someone who loves the lore. So if you've read the books, if you've read the Silmarillion, you're gonna meet people like Tom Bombadil. You're gonna hear about Fingolfin talked about, the Star of Eärendil, all of those things that'll just kind of give you those little lore nuggets that'll make you go, oh, I really am in Middle-earth, and it's awesome. And genuinely, when it comes to experiencing Middle-earth, this game is surprisingly beautiful, especially in its draw distances. Now, there are some things that graphically need to be changed and upgraded, that's for sure, but I would say that the overall aesthetic is really pleasant. It's really cool, and they are coming out with some graphical updates, by the way, in the next year with this LOTRO remastered idea, which I'm very excited about. But this game is very beautiful. It's very Middle-earth, and I think that you'll love your experience there. And again, it's completely free, so you can go on ahead and try it out. Now, another cool thing that just came out recently, which is another reason why right now is one of the best times to jump back in, is that the race and class combinations have been almost completely unlocked. See, beforehand, as a hobbit, you couldn't play as a lore master. As a dwarf, you couldn't play as a captain. Well, some people really enjoyed the idea of like a dwarf captain and role-playing something like Durin the First, or a hobbit lore master and role-playing maybe a Bilbo kind of a thing. This is a cool thing for a lot of you role players out there, that a lot of those restrictions have been removed for the purposes of role-playing. And so when you go into your character creation screen, you're going to notice that there are a lot more options for you to choose from with the race and class combos. And not only that, but a lot of veteran players have now made new characters in that space. So you're going to be able to level up through the experience with those veteran players, which I think is awesome. And again, people in this game are really helpful. You can certainly come join my stream. We've got a great kinship on the Arkenstone server where we'd love to help you out in your leveling experience as we learn it as well. And so that's a really cool thing. For those of you that are role players, the race and class combos, there's a lot more of them now. All right, and lastly for me is this really is the chill MMORPG that you didn't know that you needed. Well, one of the things for me as I came into LOTRO that surprised me was just how much I enjoyed having a relaxing MMO. I come from the retail World of Warcraft, Mythic Plus pushing, let's beat the raid the first night kind of thing, and I certainly do love those things and trying to min-max my gear, but this is a game about the journey. This is a game about starting as a low-level character and just enjoying your way through the world slowly. And I think that's really cool. And one of the things that I found in myself as I played, not to get super sentimental, was I just enjoyed playing this game at the end of the day, just enjoying reading the quest text, which you should do, by the way. These quests are beautifully written, like some of the best written quests of any game, just so you know. And just reading the quest text, enjoying it, like that's what this game's vibe is. And so if you're kind of like me, having been kind of burnt out and needing just a more chill game to play and burnt out on the min-maxing and high-end rating kind of things, this is a really fun game. Now, of course, there is rating at the end of this game. There is world PvP with some of the PvMP systems out there, but this is just a great game to just sit back and relax too, which I think you and I could probably both use sometimes. The world is crazy. It's kind of nice just to go to Middle-earth and relax. You know what I'm saying? And the other cool thing about this chill MMO is that this story is really beautiful. Like, I mean, I love this story. You don't necessarily join the Fellowship. You're not going to come and ruin the story by your character being there. You're not some unsung hero, but you get to weave in and out of the Fellowship story. You get to kind of follow behind them. And I don't want to spoil the story because it's really good and these zones are beautiful and it's so well written. But really, give it a try. Just see if you like it. Now, hey, if you do decide to give this game a try, please come join us on stream. We have a lot of fun playing. I typically play on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can come ask any questions that you want. Just come get to know our community. We've got a really fun community over there. We've also got a great kinship on Arkenstone. Would love to have you come join us. But really, I think this is a great game for any fan of Lord of the Rings or MMORPGs in general. If you tried it before, come give it a try again, because it really is a beautiful and fun game. And I'm excited for the future of LOTRO. It seems to be on a growth pattern track right now. There's a new mini expansion coming out on November 9th, and so this is a great time to join. It's a great time to dip your feet in, and if you love it, dive all the way in, because the hype is going to be real for Lord of the Rings Online for quite a while. Well, hey friends, in the comments below, I want you to let me know, have you tried the game? Are you considering it? What have you loved about the game if you have? What have you not? If you're a veteran player, let the new players know below why you like the game and why maybe they should play. I want to give a massive shout out to our patrons. Thank you so much to all of you that help keep this channel alive and thriving. If you want to thank anybody, definitely be sure to thank them. But friends, if you liked the video, please give it a like. It helps more people see it in the algorithm. If you loved it, please subscribe for more. And as always, the last two things that I say are more important than anything else that I could possibly say. And it's this, that you are more loved than you know, and you are so much more valuable than you realize. I hope you have an incredible day, and I will see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. I want to let you know a couple ways to connect with me. First of all, we got an awesome Discord in the description. We've got a Patreon if you'd like to give to the channel and help support more video creation. And I am live on Twitch quite often over at twitch.tv/brightlifecommunity. Would love to see you there. Always love interacting on those live video streams. But I hope you have an incredible day, my loved and valued friend. Have an awesome one.